Hi, chat. Yeah. It seems like there's just news popping out of the wazoo. Okay, well, here's the thing. We knew the RE9 showcase was going to be today. Loki almost forgot that well, I don't know. When I saw that they were doing a showcase for RE9, I was like, do I want to stream that? And I just said fuck it, because not only are we getting an RE9 showcase, but there's also some new 2XKO news that came out, and then also a new marathon video. And I could briefly go over some of the 2XKO stuff, because we still have like about 20 minutes before the RE9 showcase starts. But yeah, let me do this. You know what? I'm gonna bring it. Let's bring it back. Let's go back to what I usually would play way before, where I would just play the Valhalla playlist. Yeah. So, I could just switch over. Bam. Am I on display capture? Yes, I am. I mean, that's fine. Well, nah, let's just do it like this. So yeah, the RE9 showcase in 20 minutes. Yeah, it seems like 2XKO, it seems like they're just releasing news, like just crumbs of news every day until the 20th. And yeah, I'd like to go over some of this stuff. I did not go over, this was yesterday. Obviously we saw her trailer and her move list, but yeah, yesterday they showed off the season 1 stuff. And yeah, sure enough, I was wrong, and the arcane skin is not a bundle. It is the skin that comes with the ultra version of the battle pass, which means goodbye money. Because I think in order to get well, okay, the ultra battle pass cost, I think, 3,500 KO coins, which equates to about I think about like pretty much just $35. The problem is you cannot just spend that exact amount. If you want enough KO coins to purchase the ultra version of the battle pass, you have to buy the $40 pack of KO coins, which I think gives you either 4,000 or 4,500. I don't remember. But yeah, goodbye money. I guess here's the thing. You do get the arcane skin, you get all this other goodies, you get 10 level skips, and you get everything that is in the premium battle pass. So, granted that you level it up. So I think while it is expensive, like, I'm probably gonna end up completing this battle pass anyway, so I guess it's probably not a bad idea. Oh, and also I think by purchasing the ultra version of the battle pass, you also unlock the character. I think that's how it worked with Warwick. In season 0, if you bought the ultra version of the battle pass, you got Warwick and his arcane skin, not just the skin itself. So yeah. I don't know if the ultra skin, this is one of the things that everyone has been like asking about, is whether or not the arcane skins are sorry about that. whatchamacallit, a lot of people are asking about whether or not the arcane skins are going to be purchasable later down the line. We do know for sure that the arcane skins from the starter bundles will be available in the shop rotations once the starter edition bundles are like they're gone. Which I believe they're going to be gone. The starter edition bundles are there until like the 31st of December of this year. So the arcane skins are basically not going to be in rotation. And by arcane skins, I'm talking about Jinx, Vi, Echo. The Warwick one and the Caitlyn one. Oh god, excuse me. The Warwick one and the Caitlyn one, we don't know. The Warwick one was the Ultra skin or Ultra Battle Pass skin in Season 0. But at the moment, there's no way to obtain that skin unless you buy the Ultra Battle Pass. So, we don't really know if that, like, unless they just confirm it themselves, either a dev or the Tuxio Twitter account, or just in, like, an article. We won't know until Season 1 rolls around. And then we'll find out whether or not, like, we can purchase the Warwick Arcane skin, like, later down the line. I imagine they probably don't want to lock the skins behind... Well, I don't know. If they lock these skins behind the Ultra Battle Passes, that'll be pretty scummy, and knowing the devs, I don't think they want to do that. So I imagine they'll probably make these skins, like, any skin that is available only through the Ultra Battle Pass, I imagine will be available later down the line once that season is over. So, for example, once Season 0 is over, the Warwick Arcane skin is probably going to be in rotation in the shop. Probably. I don't think it's going to be its own bundle, but it will probably be in rotation in the shop. That would make the most sense to me. Kind of like how Valorant does their stuff. I mean, this shop and the Valorant like shop are pretty much almost 1-to-1. They're very similar. And yeah, things in... If I'm not wrong, I don't play a ton of Valorant, but from what I remember, some skins that were in a previous bundle do end up in your shop rotation. Eventually. So I imagine that's how it's gonna work here, right? Yeah. I don't know if I completely like this Warwick Chroma. I mean, it's free. It's a part of the free tier of the Battle Pass, so I'm gonna get this eventually, but I think my main gripe is that he's not really... Like, the only thing he's wearing that's new is, like, this weird armband thing. And then other than that, like, I kind of wish they gave him, like, a jacket or something. I don't know. Something to make him look more street punk, or I guess Chroma Crash E. Because, like, if you look at Echo, Jinx, and Kate, like, they all have, like, it's obviously spray paint, graffiti, like, the street punk, like, vibe. But other than the Warwick's, like, colorful pants and, like, spray paint on his body, like, there's not really much that's different. I kind of wish they gave him, like, a jacket or some shit. I don't know. I want to see this skin, this Kate Chroma Crash skin in, like, full. We have, like, a very small glimpse of it, but I want to see the whole thing. One thing I've been seeing that's just complete misinformation is that the Arcane Caitlyn skin is also a part of the Premium Battle Pass. That is not true. That is completely false. Because if it's anything like the previous Battle Pass, then the Arcane skin, or, you know, whatever skin is under the Ultra tier, or, like, Ultra Battle Pass, is only available in the Ultra Battle Pass. So, yeah. Anyway, much time we got? Okay, we still got like 14 minutes, 13 minutes. They did tweet out just a little bit more in-depth you know, look at some of her specials. Basically on like just what you're allowed to do with them and what you should be doing, or what you should be using them for, basically. But we kind of already know. So there's that. There was this video today that was posted 3 hours ago. I actually have not. I only watched like a very small snippet of this, so I do want to check this out. And this one includes some commentary by I think her name's Carolyn or Caroline, however you want to. I don't know how she wants her name pronounced, but I'm gonna say Carolyn. Yeah, she was like the head lead designer for Caitlyn, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, they go over some of Caitlyn's stuff in this video, so I'd like to check it out.
The most fun part about playing Caitlyn is the ability to manually aim her shots. Caitlyn's entire S1 suite is based around her rifle shot. Caitlyn's S1 Super is Piltover Peacemaker, based off of her Q in League of Legends, but it freezes time during Super Freeze, where you can line up the shot, and if you happen to hit your...
See, my question is...
where you can line...
If this sniper shot super freezes the game during the super like freeze,
where you can line up the
but there's got to be there's a time limit, right? Like you don't have all day, right? I feel like at some point the game is gonna like resume time, and then if you haven't expended your shot, either the shot goes off automatically or you're just stuck. I don't know. I get the feeling that it's probably a case where the shot just goes off no matter what. Because imagine popping this super and just holding it the entire time, and then you just like literally just track your... I mean, obviously you can't track your opponent very fast, but I'd imagine you can't just hold this super forever, right?
And if you happen to hit your opponent in the head, then it will deal additional damage.
So yeah, we got confirmation that it's pretty much headshots are pretty much just extra damage. I don't know. I guess we could see here.
It will deal additional damage.
Warwick's kind of body blocking the health bar. How much health does Warwick have here?
If you happen to hit your opponent, it freezes time during super freeze.
Oh, he's at max health. So raw level 1 super, or well, I guess S1 super headshot.
Where you can line up the shot, and if
oh, that does a pretty considerable amount.
If you happen to hit your opponent in the head, then it will deal additional.
That's quite a bit, dude. That's like 25%. Maybe 15? No, I would actually say that's about... yeah, I'd say that's like 25. Like 1, 2... maybe, well, I don't know. Maybe not 25, but... that's a good chunk. Just from raw level 1 headshot, or raw S1 super headshot.
Caitlyn's S2 buttons are all kind of tactical, more about setting up traps. She has a trap on down at S2. She can even ricochet her shots off of this.
Yeah.
She also has a bola shot, which will shoot a bola into the air, and it can cover space for her or for her teammate to approach. Caitlyn's S2 super is a little bit of a stretch of our imagination of what we think that Caitlyn could have in her arsenal. So we made this up specifically for 2xKO. We wanted to give players another thing to aim at. What these do is it increases the damage, it enhances her bullets. She can also use her S1 super through the panels, and it will guarantee headshot damage.
Oh! That's interesting. If you shoot through the Aegis Reflector, it just guarantees headshot damage.
She can also use her S1 super.
So you don't have to aim it. But the problem with Aegis Reflector is that it's only grounded, right? So if your opponent jumps, I guess you could aim up right? You could aim a little bit up towards the top panel, but if they're like up here, I don't know if that'll hit, you know? If they're like over here and they jump, yeah, it'll definitely hit, but like from up here, I don't know. I guess it really just depends on how big their hitbox is, right?
Panels, and it will guarantee headshot damage. The most fun part about playing Caitlyn is the ability.
Okay, yeah. Pretty much explained mostly what we knew already, except for like, you know, we did get confirmation that it's just additional damage for the headshots, which is nice. But, yeah. Okay. Ooh, is this a... Oh, they show off chromas. Okay, I actually want to see this. I know it's only 7 seconds, but... The red looks good. Oh, the yellow and black's not bad. Pink is okay. It's almost too much too much bright color. Oh, the purple looks good. Although I kind of wish there was more purple. I really like the purple, but I kind of wish there was more purple. It's a lot of brown, which is not bad, but what's the base color? Oh, the base color on our gun is like white, gold, black, and like a little bit of gray. I don't really like the gun being brown. I kind of wish it was more black and purple rather than brown and purple, but whatever. I really want to see what her chromas look like. For the arcane skin. Cause yeah, I don't hate this outfit, but I don't like the hat really just doesn't do it for me, man. I think if you could take off her hat, it would be kind of cool. But I don't know if there's going to be like a hidden input that you can do in order to take off the hat. There might be something for the arcane skin, because it seems like removable parts of a costume seems like it's only for, you know, paid costumes, but I don't know. At least so far. That doesn't have to be like the norm, but also we got like 5 minutes. Cool. Caitlyn character design sheet, awesome. Let me give these likes. So here's the big one. I'll go over it after, like, I'll go over it more in depth, before, like, after the RE9 showcase is over, but basically, the big news that they dropped today was that 2XKO is no longer doing 5 seasons a year. They are switching to 3 seasons a year. And if you just, you know, 12 months in a year, so, you know, divided by 3 seasons, that's 4 months each. Or, you know, just about 4 months. Give or take, because, you know, season 1 is starting late January. That's a big change, right? That means seasons are longer. But they're still committed to giving us 5 characters this year. Yeah, so 2026 is moving from 5 seasons to 3. Still 5 champs, though. And they address it here. Where is it? We're still planning to release 5 champions, starting with the Caitlyn, but the second champion of the year will now fall within Season 1. So they did not say when exactly that will be, but now we have direct confirmation that the 13th character for 2XKO will now release sometime during Season 1. We don't know when, but sometime during season 1. I imagine it's probably going to be either mid-season 1 or a little bit after mid-season. They will release the 13th champion. So yeah. There's other stuff to go over in this, but we only have like a couple minutes before this shit starts, so. And then I also have to go over this. I have not watched this. I'm actually curious what's in this marathon video. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I know Marathon has gone through a bunch of shit. I know. And don't get me wrong, the stuff about the, you know, them plagiarizing the artist, you know, that shit was horrible. And it wasn't the first time Bungie was caught doing that. The problem is, at least according to them, the times that does happen is when they outsource their outsource like a job. So, you know, whether or not that's the truth, I don't know, but the art fiasco has been resolved as of like December. Sometime mid-December, the artist tweeted out that like the situation with Bungie and Sony has been resolved amicably. We don't know the details of that, you know, what happened, and it's probably under NDA. If I had to guess, they probably paid out the artist, right? Probably a very good sum. That way, you know, they don't like sue them or sue Bungie and Sony. That's probably what happened. So it again, like they like whether or not they outsourced this job and then like they just ended up fucking, you know, plagiarizing the artist. Like it was really bad PR. Like, I mean, obviously that's not what they wanted, but it was also like it's just something that should have never happened. Basically, it was preventable, and while that is like not what I would want for any artist, I'm also just a fucking gamer, so you know. As much as like the public eye has like, I know it leaves a sour taste in everyone's mouths, myself included, but I'm still willing to give Marathon a try, mainly because 1, I think it looks fun. 2, I like Bungie gunplay, and 3, I like the art style. Ow, I like hit my middle finger on my desk and it hurts. Oh no, I hit my middle finger on my desk on accident. Also, this is a premiere, right? This is not live. Basically, what I'm trying to say with Marathon is, like, I know the game has gone under fire for, you know, its wrongdoings and stuff like that. But I still believe that, like, what they have here is pretty cool looking, and I would like to give it a shot. And I'm not saying this as, like, you know, don't, like, just forget about all the shit that happened and let's just play Marathon. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, like, I'm never gonna forget what happened, but I'm still willing to give the game a try, because I genuinely think what they have is pretty cool looking. Anyway, RE9. How much are they gonna show here?
In this showcase, we'll go over the latest information on Resident Evil Requiem, which will release next month on February 27.
Man, that's pretty close. It's a little over a month away. Leon is back? Question mark.
はい、出ないとは言ってないですね。
I never said he wasn't going to show up.
まあ実際あの時も話しましたけど、レオンでもうバチバチのホラーのステージをテストしてみたんですけど、やっぱりこんなレオンあんま見たくなくないっていう意見が大半だったっていうのは事実としてありますね。今回グレースとレオンで全然違うゲームになってます。グレースの方はその RE2 ですとかバイオ7もそうですね、ホラーに特化したゲーム体験になってまして、レオンの方はというとバイオ4に代表されるような緊張感がすごい高い。
You know what I'm wondering though is like, can you play Leon in first person?
アクションも楽しめるサバイバルホラー、レオンにふさわしい体験が作れてるんじゃないかなとは思ってて、グレースのホラーとそのレオンのアクション2つこう並べて遊ぶことで、今までのバイオハザードではない。
Because we know you can play Grace in third or first. God
バイオ
damn!
ハザードって緊張と弛緩のその差っていうのが一つ面白さだと思ってる。
Well, what, Leon? You know? Can you play him in first
静か
person?
なペースで進むグレースのゲームプレイと、もう発散してダイナミックに
Whoa, he lost his jacket.
そういうカタルシスなレオン、大きな意味でその緊張と弛緩っていう役割としてパートを最適に配置する、まあ、こういう意図で構成してますね。レオンとグレース2人とも主人公なんですけども、ストーリーとしては基本的には一つ、ストーリーの中でプレイヤーキャラがグレースになるパートがあって、またレオンがプレイするパートがあると、まあ、そういう構成になってますね。バイオ6の後のレオンの続きですけど、
Post Resident Evil 6
レクイエム
Leon.
の段階でも DSO のエージェントとして
Which obviously
バイオ
makes
ハザード
sense.
テロと世界のね戦い続けてるってことになってます。彼はたくさんの悲劇を見てきた。おそらく彼今回過去一追い詰められることになると思うんで、まあ、その辺も注目してほしいなと思います。
Pushed to his absolute limits is kind of funny when you think about all the shit that he's already gone through.
生前のその人の特徴っていうのを引き継いでいるゾンビがいます。
Oh,
例え
what?
ばこの館の中で掃除係の人がいるんですけども、その人はゾンビになってもひたすらこう屋敷をきれいにして掃除を続けてるんですよ。このようにいろんなこう生前の行動に執着するゾンビがいて、ゲームでは彼らの行動を観察して、まあ、うまくかわすのに利用したり倒すのに使うと、こういったことができるようになってます。
I was gonna say something, but I'll hold my tongue in case they go over it in this section.
I think I want a second opinion.
レオンのゲームプレイは圧倒的な緊張感のある戦闘、RE4 から進化したサバイバル
Evolution of the action RE4. Alright.
トマホークという斧を装備しており、それによるパリができます。
What the fuck? Monster Hunter sharpening?
中心になってくるので、さらに洗練されたガンプレイっていう
Whoa,
力が
cool.
また V を狙って、敵に体術を決める。
Okay, yeah, so very RE4, right?
奪って利用する。
So we saw that, right? Or we saw like a snippet of this, of him like taking the chainsaw.
どうやって倒すのか、そういった戦略を立てるのが面白さであり、まあそれがうまく
So the hatchet also has a health bar, just like his knife in
ゲ
RE4.
ームプレイになってます。
RE4 remake, that is. Oh my Jesus.
グレースのゲームプレイは閉鎖空間の中を、投資弾薬脅威となる敵、その中をもう恐る恐る考えながら動くっていうのは面白さだと思ってるんですけども、グレースでは敵を倒すべきか逃げるのか、そこの判断も非常に重要になってきてます。なので、レクイエム
Honestly, when they said that you could play this game in first or third,
それほど重火器
that was before we knew Leon was going to be in the
象
game.
徴的な武器としてレクイエムっていうそのままタイトルを
Oh, the revolver is called
こ
Requiem?
の大口径の武器は弾数ほどないんですけど、
One bullet?
そういう時にグレースを救ってくれる頼りになる武器になってます。実はクラフト要素も少し
You know what's interesting is that when Grace aims down, she doesn't really aim down like properly, almost as if it's I mean, it's obviously intentional because Grace is not an experienced like shooter, you know. So instead of her like actually like ADSing, it's just like a weird ADS with like crosshairs. What the hell?
A variety of gameplay options have also been added to this title. Players can switch between two camera
So here's the thing: before we knew Leon, oh, you can play Leon in first person. What the hell?
These can be changed at any time during the game.
Oh, that's crazy.
Multiple difficulties
Okay, well there you go.
Available. New players can enjoy casual mode and use aim assist to take down zombies with more ease.
What the hell? First
But
person.
if you choose standard classic, ink ribbons will be needed to save the game when playing as Grace.
Okay.
This mode is recommended for those who enjoy a tense atmosphere.
Pretty much what do we expect? That's probably what I'll be playing on release.
今回、ポルシェさんとコラボレーションさせていただきまして、世界に1台しかない車を作っております。
This is so random to me. I don't know. Just them just having like a Porsche collab. Like what the hell? Anyway, what I was trying to say was, before we knew Leon was going to be in this game, I was under the impression that the game was only going to be Grace, which meant that, do I want to play the whole game in first person, or do I want to play the whole game in third person the first time?
What I really admire about the custom Resident Evil Cayenne Turbo GT
But,
is how the team characteristics by still ensuring
now that we know Leon is in the game and he's, you know, you could play him in first or third, I guess I'm probably going to stick with first person for Grace and then third person for Leon, at least on first playthrough.
今回もう一つハミルトンさんと、コラボさせていただきまして、レオンとグレースそれぞれのキャラを
Oh, what the hell? They also worked at the watch brand?
Two fantastic watch models which recreate
This is just fuck you money, right? This is just Capcom flexing their earnings from all the success that they've had in the past like 5 years.
2,000 pieces each and will release alongside Resident Evil Requiem on February the 27th. Please stay tuned.
Cool, I guess. If you're into that, I guess it's cool.
In addition to the base game, a deluxe
Dude,
edition
why is
featuring
Kai
bonus content will
going
also be
nuts so
available
sauce
for
outside?
purchase. Extra costumes for Grace and Leon.
This costume's ridiculous.
Weapon skins.
I do like the suit on
and
Leon.
screen filters will be included in this edition. Those who pre-order will receive an apocalypse costume for Grace.
Is that a reference to the Resident Evil movie?
Along with the platforms shown.
Like the
game
animated
will also
one?
be available on the cloud gaming service GeForce Now. This title is being developed in collaboration with NVIDIA, so a wide range of PC users can enjoy it.
Okay.
It's such an honor to work on Resident Evil. The iconic series has been thrilling fans around the world for close to 30 years and has continued to raise the bar for innovation and technology with every single release. We've been working closely with Capcom on Resident Evil Requiem, helping shape the future of the franchise.
I wonder how taxing RTX is on this.
An AI-powered
Or not
DLSS
RTX, but
4
like what is
with
it?
multi-frame generation,
ray tracing?
incredibly fast performance. DLSS also makes Resident Evil Requiem more accessible.
Because ray tracing in Pragmata was actually very
extending the nightmare to
wasn't very taxing at all,
And
which is
with GeForce
surprising.
Now, gamers can experience Resident Evil Requiem at launch with the cutting-edge graphics and performance on nearly any device, streaming from powerful GeForce RTX servers in the cloud. I can't wait to unlock the mysteries of Raccoon City
Cool.
once again.
I don't gaff about this because I just don't.
Not only that,
I don't use NVIDIA Cloud or whatever the fuck it's called.
Will also be available for purchase. Grace and Leon's figures can be displayed separately or together as a set. and if you line them up with previous figures. Both figures are scheduled for release this fall.
Cool.
Original design Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller.
I still think it's funny to me that this is the first, like,
game.
special edition of these Pro 2 controller.
As a series first, Amiibo will also be available. Please look forward to
Oh, but they don't have anything to show for the Amiibo yet. Wow.
On Resident Evil Requiem launch day.
Oh yeah, this is also very weird. Why are they releasing these two games at the same time, man?
Including all downloadable content.
Or like they're releasing these two games alongside RE9. Like they should have released it like a month ago.
30 years of the series with special concerts. Relive the series' greatest moments with breathtaking orchestral performances. The first ticket lottery is open right now to Resident Evil ambassadors. Concerts are planned for not just Japan, but North America. And
Cool.
Europe. More information on these will be
Normally I would be interested in something like that, but RE isn't really something that I'm like. I mean, RE has good music, but it's not really a game that makes me think about the music very much.
グレースのお母さんアリスが殺された、そこにも関わる非常に重要なものになっているので、この辺のね、その謎をプレイしてぜひ解き明かしていってもらえればな。
Damn, Leon is still buff as fuck, even though he's like, what, late 40s, early 50s?
注目していただければと思います。
Did he say that was it? Oh no. Was it? Is this an old trailer or a new trailer? I think this is new.
I liberated you.
Oh, this is probably gonna. This is gonna tell us that there's a demo at the end, right?
What is happening here?
I'll keep our friends busy.
What the fuck? Oh, no demo? Oh, is that really it? No way, no demo? What's the chat saying? Are they yeah, people are like, no demo? What about Ada? They're probably not gonna share that. They're probably keeping that as a surprise. Wow, that was really it. No demo. Wow, I'm actually very surprised. I guess it's I mean, I don't know, because like the game is out in a little over a month, and usually when they release a Resident Evil demo, it's either anywhere from like a couple of weeks before the game comes out, or like at least a month, at least from my memory. And like they wouldn't announce a demo anywhere else outside of like something like this, right? Like a Resident Evil showcase. I guess the only other time they would probably announce a demo is like maybe at like a PlayStation like State of Play or some shit. I don't know. I'm actually very surprised they didn't announce a demo. I was expecting them to like announce a demo and like say that it's like on this date or something. Not like releasing today, but like a demo, you know, a couple weeks later or some shit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually very surprised. Wow. Well, I guess this stream is going to be fairly short then, because there was not... I was expecting there to be a demo and I was going to play it. But I guess now I don't really have much else to talk about. Or do. Obviously, we have the marathon video to go over, and also the rest of this stuff, but... Wow, yeah, no demo. Very surprised. Also, I'm going to BRB real quick. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my food got here. I probably won't be streaming for too much longer because not only am I hungry, but yeah, I was expecting there to be a demo and I was gonna play it and you know see what's up with RE9, but no demo. Wow. If they are going to do, like, if they still plan to do a demo, then yeah, I think the only time that they would probably like announce it is at like a fucking either at a PlayStation State of Play or you know, I don't know. I guess they could release like a new trailer that would that would have like an announcement of a demo at the end, I guess. I don't know. I guess only time will tell whether or not they actually do a demo or not. If they don't do a demo for this game, that would be very surprising because I think there's been a demo for every Resident Evil game or every new Resident Evil game within like the past like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. Like there's been a demo for RE7, RE2, RE3, RE4, RE8, like every new Resident Evil game that has come out has had a playable demo. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I digress. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for RE9. I'm more excited for Pragmata, mainly because Pragmata is something completely brand new. But I am excited for RE9 because, you know, it's just more Resident Evil. But, you know, we'll see whether or not this game's actually good. If there was a demo, I would have loved to have played it. Because, you know. Where's everyone going? The showcase? We want a demo, yeah. That is so interesting, though, that you can play Leon in first person as well. Anyway. Let's go over the rest of this TXQ news. I guess I could get out of the Resident Evil category now. So, I guess, I mean, I pretty much highlighted the big part of this, like, article, but let's just go over what else is in here. So, I guess one of the other pieces of news here is, they're going to be doing this thing called Weekend Warm-Up, which is just, they want to make Thursdays, like, the day that everything is, like, that's their reset day, basically. So, weeklies are now resetting on Thursdays. The store is now resetting on Thursdays. And they apparently plan to do a blog post every week with the latest news and updates, which is kind of insane. Every week? Like, how much news are you going to be, like, thrown out the wazoo, you know? But, yeah, I guess they want to do a blog post every week. But yeah, of course, 2XEO coming to console. Yeah, we all know that. Caitlin's gameplay the trailer is live. Yeah, we pretty much have seen that. We've talked about it. Frosty's is like the first like fighting game like major of this year. And yeah, they're just talking about how signups are closing. Game updates. We won't have these each warm-up, but here's a heads up on a couple of changes you'll be seeing. You'll see hitting with Season 1. Full patch notes for 1.1.1 hit next week. So yeah, obviously, I talked about this. The biggest change is that 2026 will now have 3 seasons. I wonder how, or like, when did they decide on this change? Because, sometime during Season 0 was when they, or was it before Season 0? I don't remember. At some point in early access, they we're talking about how there will be 5 seasons, 5 champs each season, or 5 champs each season, 5 seasons a year. But now that's changed. Now it's 3 seasons a year, with this year having 5 champs, and they haven't said whether or not the 2027 or the season. I guess since it's 3 seasons now, 2, 3, 4 seasons 5, 6, and 7. They didn't really go over whether or not that those seasons will also include 5 characters or 5 champions. I imagine they probably do want to still do 5 champions a year. Mainly because this game kind of needs more champs, man. Yeah, because they say still 5 champs though, but I think they're only talking about 2026. I don't know if that's also saying 2027 and beyond. But yeah. We're still planning 5 champions in 2026, starting with Caitlyn, but the second champion of the year will also fall within season 1. More info on how to unlock champs through the store, blah blah, yeah. Now mostly disconnected from champion releases and the competitive calendar. Okay, actually, this piece of text is probably the most crucial right here. We're moving to 3 seasons in 2026. Now mostly disconnected from champion releases and the competitive calendar. This won't change too much overall aside from ranked resets and new battle pass timings. So, I think with that in mind, well, I don't know. I guess it still doesn't it doesn't confirm anything really. I don't know. I guess unless they explicitly, confirm it themselves, it's kind of up in the air. Cuz they promised 5 seasons per year. 5 characters each season. But what about, what about after, season 4? Let's tweet about that, or let's reply. Let's do we now know 5 champs are still coming in 2026. But what about 2027 and beyond? Is team still committed to 5 champs a year? Or is it 2026? Yeah. That's my big question. Cuz yeah, we're getting 5 champs still in 2026, but what about 2027 and after, is it still going to be 5 champs a year, or is it, cuz now it's 3 seasons a year, but champion releases are not tied to seasons anymore. At least not with the 5 champs that they're releasing this year. So, I don't know. I don't expect to get a reply, but I do just want to put that out there because, like, that is something that, like, you know, I'm curious about. Because obviously they did say previously they said 5 seasons a year, 5 characters each season. But again, now that they're changing it to 3 seasons a year, you know, there's a little bit of uncertainty as to whether or not, you know, 5 champs a year is still going to be the path going forward. Anyway, yeah. And that was pretty much it for the news for 2XKO today. But yeah, it seems like they're just drip feeding like news every single day up until like the patch. Or like, I guess, patch notes. Yeah. I don't know how much, like, I don't really know what else they'll be putting out, you know, before the patch notes are released on the 19th, but yeah. Still very much excited for season 1. You know what's funny though? I was playing last night during DJ hours and dude, the matches or like players that you get in DJ hours versus like at the hour that I was playing, you know, a couple days ago on stream, dude. I mean, I should have known because it's just like it's just how it is for any other fucking competitive game. The sweats are just out. They are just out at DJ hours, man. I'm playing people that are unranked or that are also Grandmaster, but I am getting my ass handed to me, dude. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, my match ratio, my win-loss ratio, playing casual... These are also, by the way, these are just casual matches. I'm not even playing ranked. My casual match win-loss ratio, last stream was, like, okay. My win-loss ratio for casual matches last night, dude, I don't even want to talk about it. It was so bad. Anyway, yeah, if anything, 2XKO really is just... It's just a prime example of, like, you can be pretty good at the game, but the skill gap between you and, like, even better players, even at the highest level, is crazy. And you know what that is reminiscent of? At least for me? Fucking Melee, dude. As a, you know, well, okay. I say ex-Melee player, or I was going to say ex-Melee player, but, like, it's not that, like, I'm not playing Melee, it's just, or, like, I stopped playing it, it's more just, at the moment, it's just not a game that I'm focused on, you know? But I guess that's, like, that's, like, just the best way to explain it. But, yeah, as someone that used to play Melee a lot, yeah, it's very similar in, like, in terms of, like, the skill gap, it's very similar. Just the way how, like, you can be super high level in a game like Melee, but the skill gap between you and, like, someone else that's even better than you at a top level is, like, crazy. Like, it almost feels impossible to, like, fight them because they just do the right thing every single time. Anyway, let's talk about Marathon. Let's watch this. This is 9 minutes, by the way. I have no idea what's in this either. Captured on PC, some camera angles adjusted for trailer use, content subject to change. Yeah, alright. Okay, so I mean, obviously it's gonna be a runner shells,
Runner
but
shells is what we're calling the bioprinted bodies that you, the runner, inhabit.
this is like a
when you
mini
go
vid
down to
doc.
Cloud City. Each of our launch shells is really an archetype of gameplay.
So abilities, passives, stat packages married to a very distinct silhouette that then players can look at, 50, 60 meters away and say, oh, I know what that is. I know what that player is capable of. And I can start to think
What is
about
this
how to
gun,
counter
dude?
that.
What the fuck?
One of the things we really want to do from the build crafting side is making sure that we're providing people ingredients instead of giving them a recipe. Figuring out what you want for your build that is unique, and you do that across cores, you do that across implants, you do that across weapon mods. Cores are powerful standalone perks that can be used in combination with each other.
Deluxe core requires Vandal. Knockback no longer deals self-damage, instead propelling you away from the blast.
To shift the gameplay style of your runner kit. We also want to make sure there are interesting combinations of things that work together.
That means... Does that mean if you have like a... Well, actually, I don't even know. Does this game have rocket launchers? If it does, then that means you can do rocket jumps safely, right?
But they have hooks that go out into the other systems, so you can...
Does this no fall damage?
This, like,
Oh, no, it does... When you land from a certain height, it does like a splash damage, yeah.
But they have hooks that go out into the other systems, so you can create this like crazy Rube Goldberg machine.
Depending on your playstyle, if you're like someone who hangs back and likes to snipe, you're someone who likes close quarters combat and you're going to rush in, you're going to want to cater the items that you're finding differently.
The idea there is like, have a broad spectrum that everyone can kind of find a little bit of a home to, and then we're going to build on top of that.
I was talking to my brother a lot about this, as well as some of the boys when we went out to dinner. I think one of the big reasons why I'm more excited to play something like Marathon over like something like Arc Raiders, and mind you, I've never played an extraction shooter before. Actually, no, that's a lie. I have played a very small snippet of the extraction mode in Delta Force, but like I didn't really play enough of it to really like digest it. And I also played a little bit of DMZ, but like that mode was just a fucking throwaway mode, let's be real. So basically my experience with extraction shooters is 0. Let's just be real. But the reason why I'm more excited for an extraction shooter like Marathon over something like Arc Raiders is because this game not only is it first person, which is what I prefer, it's just also seemingly more PvP focused. Like, yes, it has PvE, which is fine. I like PvE, but I like the fact that this game feels more PvE focused than PvE. Because Arc Raiders is very much a good balance of PvE and PvP. But the game, a lot of the game is PvE, as well as working with like other players that are friendly, you know? Whereas, you know, with Marathon, it's going to have like open mic, or what is it, like, you know, in-game voice chat that is, you know, proximity chat, which is fine, but I feel like this game is probably going to be more like people aren't going to be as friendly in this game as Arc Raiders players. You know?
Destroyer is aggressive, brutal, wears a modified, futuristic version of the Mjolnir armor from the original trilogy.
The shell is designed to get into the fight as fast as possible and stay there. It comes equipped with thrusters on its legs that let it sprint faster, or you can use them for a quick lateral evade.
A riot barricade so that they can generate presence and they can generate like almost like aggro for their team.
Its prime ability is Search and Destroy, which activates shoulder-mounted missile pods that fire heat-seeking missiles.
They have a way to lock down targets over sustained fire, which immobilizes them and allows your team to follow up.
Our assassin shell.
You know, you know what this fucking shell is? This shell is just Doom Guy. It's just fucking. It's just Doom guy from Doom Eternal, minus the shield, right? He's got thrusters that lets him dash, right? And then he also has a fucking shoulder-mounted rockets.
For players like our assassin shell is built for players like to play slow and quiet. It's very much a classic, backline infiltrator. It has a dive ability that can be used to negate fall damage from any height.
The tactical ability is invisibility. You pull this like shroud of invis over yourself. You can sprint during it, you can mantle during it, but the faster you move, the more visible you're going to become. And if you take any actions, heal, shoot, get shot, you'll reveal yourself for a short duration.
Invis might be a tough balance aspect of this game, because I know, I mean, honestly, any game that has invis in a competitive setting is gonna have, there's going to be a moment where they have to choose whether to buff it or nerf it. And you really can't buff it too much, and you can't nerf it too much. If you nerf it too much, no one's gonna use it. If you buff it too much, everyone's gonna use it. So invis is always going to be something that requires a very delicate balance pass. So I'm very curious how strong invis is going to be in this game. I just hope it's good, but not so good that everyone uses it,
Their prime ability sends out this disc. It creates this plumes of smoke that you can enter into, and then when combined with their passive shroud, they go invisible when they enter smoke.
Cool. I'm probably gonna play this class a lot.
Be sneaky, and then enshroud the world in smoke.
I mean, I'm probably gonna try every single runner. Let's be real.
Originally, Recon was called internally Fun Police. That really is the core.
Fun Police?
It's about hunting people down. It's about playing detective. If you want
this class is gonna get a lot of playtime for sure. Any hero or character, or in this case a runner shell, any type of character that has that gives you info for enemy team location, or in this case threats detected, stuff like that. That information is so important.
Assassin shells on the map. Recon is the shell you want to use. It comes with a tracking.
Wow, yeah, see, look.
The assassin shells on the map.
This character is playing, I'm assuming it's assassin, right? And they're running around invis, but you can pretty much see them. Well, okay, I don't know if he's seeing them because they're playing as what the fuck do they call this recon shell? Oh, it's just called recon? Yeah, I don't know if they're seeing them because they're being targeted, or if it's because this whatchamacallit, if this assassin is just moving too fast and their invis is not as strong.
Comes with a tracker drone that you can toss out a little spider friend that crawls along the ground and will track towards enemies and explode. And that explosion overheats the target.
They can't move, they can't sprint, they're taking tick damage, and they help you lock down a target so you can pursue them. And for their prime, Recon has this really awesome helmet that splits open.
Also, I will say, graphically, the game looks so much better than it did in the fucking, the first, alpha or whatever it was. It looks so much better, dude. Interiors already looked good, but now they look better, and exteriors looked bad in the first alpha or whatever it was. Now all the environments look awesome.
Tap in these tool key codes, it opens up and pulses, and it sends out this wave that detects both AI and players and marks them for you.
And when you break the shield of somebody as a recon shell, they leave holographic footprints behind. So even if they run away, you can follow that trail and they'll lead right to it.
Oh, that's cool. If you break their shield, they leave footprints, almost as if they're leaving blood on the ground.
Leave holographic
cool.
Footprints behind. So even if they run away, you can follow that trail and they'll lead right to them.
And then finally, awareness, where if you get pinged, it'll actually tell you that someone sees you. You won't know where, But
Oh,
you'll
this
be
game
able
has
to be on high
claymores?
alert that somebody saw you in his market.
Vandal is our shell that is, just by its very nature, more agile than our other shells. It has microjets that let it do a double jump. It has a power slide that goes
This runner shell is literally just a fucking hunter from Destiny, right?
much further than our normal sprint slide.
Their prime overloads their movement system so they can commit and chain all those actions together. They're about getting in and out, causing chaos.
Dude, one of the boys is like gonna play this runner shell a lot. I just know it because he just loves going in and just fucking wreaking havoc. Also, yeah, speaking of the boys, I kind of got them on board, or at least I got them at least to be interested in trying Marathon. I know one of them was already kind of interested, but now that, like, you know, now that we talked about it and I was like, you know, telling them how I'm excited for it, like, I got them to be, you know, to consider it, even though it is a $40 purchase. But I mean, I think nowadays well, I think Arc Raiders kind of paved the way for games that are like paid, but also are like as a live service game. Because Arc Raiders was also $40 now. And that game's doing very well. So
you find a big ass gun barrel inside. You can use it to knock people out of cover. You can use it to knock people off a building.
Wait, what are they saying here?
The arm cannon for Vandal unfolds.
Oh, she has an arm cannon.
A big ass gun barrel inside. You can use it to.
Whoa, that's so weird looking.
And you find a big ass gun barrel inside.
Her arm like opens up.
Knock people out of cover. You can use it to knock people off of buildings, which is way more fun than knocking them out of cover.
Oh, she's the one that's literally what we saw earlier in the video, where she's like shooting at the ground to like rocket jump.
The number of times we've knocked people off of field maintenance is like, this is a great thing.
Oh. Thief. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but dude, Thief looks so much like Wraith from Apex. I mean, not like, honestly, I'm only really talking about like the face and like the hair.
Marathon is a game that is all about finding the best stuff on the map, so we felt like we needed to have a shell.
Oh, is Thief the fucking Loba of the game?
That was sort of built for the loot goblin fantasy. That is Thief to a T. Thief's trade ability is X-ray visor, where you flip down your visor, you can see containers through walls, you can see enemies that are within line of sight.
Wow, it also shows enemies? Through line of sight, though, not through walls.
Their prime is a pickpocket drone, where they deploy this like elegant origami mechanicalized butterfly. It has like a mechanical...
Oh, you can pilot it? Yeah, you can. Look, ascend, descend, altitude lock, exit. Yeah, you can pilot this drone.
Whip that it can send out and that knocks loot out of both players and AI, and then it can suck that loot back up.
That's so troll. What the hell?
You can use it for recon. You can fly around. You can ping those pingers.
Just fucking flying around with this drone, stealing loot from other players. That's so fucking troll.
Share to your squad.
The Thief shell also has a built-in grappling device that is embedded right in the forearm.
Oh, Thief is the one with the grappling hook. Oh shit. And you also don't need a grapple point. You can literally just shoot it into the air and you just go. Cool.
Holds into this propeller.
I'm probably gonna like Thief a lot.
And you can swing away to safety.
The recharge rate for their grapple and their base handling and stats will go up as you fill the backpack. So the idea is to become a loot goblin, right?
Oh, what?
Stats will go up as you. The recharge rate for their grapple and their base handling and stats will go up as you fill the backpack. So the
grapple hook gets better the more loot you have in your bag. That's kind of funny.
Loot goblin, right? Steal as much as you can and get out.
So this guy, I think, was not playable in the alpha, I think.
The triage shell is our shell for support players. If you want to keep your allies kicking so they can kick back, we have.
Yeah, this is like the medic of the game.
Equipped with these awesome like.
Actually, no, I think they were Well, I don't know. I didn't play the alpha because I wasn't invited, so I don't know.
Capacitive gauntlets.
I don't
where
remember
you
this
activate
runner
them and
being
then
available.
Overcharge them and send out these tendrils that then like shock you back to life. Their tactical ability, they actually have these giant drones attached to the legs and they pull them out, and it's a little buddy, he's got a little face, and you give him a high five and send him on his way, and he'll come and hover over your shoulder and provide you with shields and health.
Triage is really a combat medic, so we knew we needed to give an ability that was useful for firefights.
They've got two traits. The first one is a trait ability called Battery Overcharge, where they overcharge their capacitive gauntlets, which makes their weapons performance better. And if you're using battery weapons specifically,
Whoa.
breaking shields will EMP targets, and that becomes an on-ramp to like a whole new layer of build crafting. And then they have this
That's
second
cool.
trait, Shareware, which is really cool, which is any buddies that have medi drones on them, any consumable you use will get like copied to them. So you kind of almost are this like
Wow. That's just fucking, it's basically wider range from fucking Monster Hunter. That's cool. Wow, the medic seems interesting.
constantly running triage on your team.
Rook is like the free shell, right? The one that you take into like a game that's already like in progress, and you just get loot and get out.
Sometimes you just want to take a breather after a bunch of runs and just kind of go on a run to just see what happens. And Rook is really fun for that.
Picking Rook automatically opts you into queuing in solo.
Yeah.
You're able to enter into a match in progress, and you're given a starting kit. You're not allowed to bring anything in. That's almost to your advantage because you risk nothing, and anything you take out is yours to keep.
Instead of focusing on like progression and questing and things of that sort, it's a mode where we make it easy for you to just kind of drop into a match that's in progress and run about and try to scavenge as much as possible and get out with it so that you can populate your vault a little bit more.
But does Rook have any abilities?
Rook has a tactical ability that
Oh.
lets it
I'll just shut
blend
the
in
fuck
with
up.
UESC forces. So you activate it, a little mask appears over your face, and you are not perceived by the UESC as hostile. This
Oh, that's cool. It lets you sneak behind UESC
kinda get
NPCs
in, grab a
or
little
AI.
loot, and then bail.
One of the things that I've really enjoyed about Rook is the added tension. Midway through a session, even though you've known like a few crews got taken out, or maybe you've taken out crews yourself, you don't know how many new players get injected through Rook.
Ultimately, Rook is a morality test.
I guess that's true, right? Because when you play Rook, it's always a match that's in progress. So, you know, a Rook player can just come in and just, you know, it doesn't matter if the match is almost over or like there's not very many players left. Like if a Rook joins, you know.
So you have a couple of options when you see a Rook. Either you're a decent person and you drop them a piece of loot and let them be on their merry way, or you are a monster and you blast them in the face. And I'm not going to say which one I am. I blast a lot of Rooks.
Is that a reference to the Halo Reach helmet?
You blast them in the face. And I'm not going to say which one I am.
With the, well, I don't know. I guess it could be a reference, but
I blast a lot of Rooks.
it's fucked up, man. Cool. This is not this is just numbers, right? This is not anything. We don't have a full date yet. I mean, we know March 2026, but they haven't said like the day. I hope it's early March. Steve getting a better grapple the more of a loot pinata they become is amazing. The shells stay on during... Bruh. Sick! I'm far more confident in Marathon than I was months ago. Yeah, I am too, honestly. It's insane how much better this game looks in the alpha test. Cannot wait for the open play test. Yeah, I really hope that like that open play test happens sooner than later and that it's good, you know? I hope it's good because as much as I like playing Battlefield 6, I kind of consider BF6 a little bit more on, like, the casual side for, like, games, because, like, it's more just like a hop in, hop out type of deal. I mean, you could do that with Marathon too, probably, but, like, with Battlefield, it's very much I just go in, I play some matches, have fun, and then I stop playing. But with a game like Marathon, it has stakes, you know, there's risks. There's high octane, like, moments. Not to say that BF6 doesn't have stuff like that, but, you know, you don't lose anything. There's no risk in BF6 outside of, like, just losing, I guess, losing a match. But, you know, I haven't played an FPS game in quite a while that has made me feel like there is high stakes, you know what I mean? And granted, I I haven't really been playing a lot of BRs, mainly because I myself, or just like many others, myself included, I'm pretty much burned out on the BR genre, which is why I think extraction shooters are kind of like popping off right now, especially because Arc Raiders exists. Um, because it's a take on the BR genre, right? But you know, it's not exactly the same. So yeah, I'm interested and excited. I hope Marathon's good. You know, I hope it doesn't disappoint. You know, despite all the shit that happened pre-release, you know, I just hope the game does well. Because from what they've shown off, like, recently, like, yeah, dude, the game looks good. Like, I love the art style, man. It's unlike anything that is out at the moment. I mean, there might be something out there that's, like, close to Marathon, but, you know, this shit looks cool. It looks cool, and, you know, it's also a first-person shooter, which is, like, my jam. Yeah. I'm also very curious, how they're going to handle adding, like, new runners or new runner shells. Because how many shells do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 shells that are unique, and then we have the Rook, which is, you know, like just the solo queue, loot, get in, get out. So I guess technically there's 7. But yeah, I wonder, like, what's their plans for adding new runner shells, you know? If at all. I imagine they will, though, because if they don't add new runners, the game is probably going to get stale. Yeah. I'm also hoping the not single player, but, like, I hope the story bits that you get from doing, like, missions and stuff, I hope it's actually interesting, you know? Interesting enough that I care to read, like, the text and stuff like that, you know? I've already watched, like, stuff about Marathon and, like, the original trilogy. I've even thought about playing the original trilogy, but I don't know if I wanna do that on stream or if I wanna play that off stream. I haven't really decided yet, but, yeah, I already have, like, a knowledge of, like, Marathon. I mean, I can't really explain it off the top of my head other than there was a ship called the Marathon. There's an alien race called the Four that, you know, they were trying to take over the Marathon, and then I think the first game is basically you trying to stop them. Obviously, there's more to that, but that's kind of like the gist. Anyway, yeah, like, I think the world of Marathon is pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty much just Halo before Halo. They're not exactly the same, but there's definitely similar things between the two games. But, yeah. Anyway, that was pretty much all I wanted to go over. I don't think there was... I mean, I guess I could check Wario's Twitter to see if there was anything else that I missed, but that was pretty much all I wanted to go over, was just the RE9 stuff, new 2XO news, and then Marathon video. Also, I'm hoping that, like, because the Marathon devs they've been teasing a lot of stuff for Marathon. I'm hoping that it's, like, eventually going to, like, the more stuff that they tease, the closer we get to, the closer we get to, like, you know, like the playtest, the open playtest where everyone gets to play. Build each runner shell your own way with the cores, implants, weapon mods, and consumables you loot. Here are some of the cores you can find for Thief. When your backpack is completely full, your sprint speed and slide distance are increased. Hit and run. Striking a target with a melee or knife attack immediately after grappling hacks them and knocks random loot items from their... What the hell? That sounds risky as hell, but also funny. Case the joint. Your X-ray visor has increased vision range. Okay. Partner in crime. While not being piloted, your pickpocket drone periodically releases a pulse that pings nearby any hostiles. Wow, that's really good. Prestige core. So gold is the... That's probably the max rarity. Purple is probably... Yeah, it goes green, purple, blue. Sorry, green, blue, purple, gold. Yeah. Here's some of the Triage's cores. Or the guy in the video pronounced it Triage, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like Triage is probably more accurate. High voltage. Defeating hostiles infected by EMP reduces the cooldown of your next battery overcharge. Cool. Electron recapture sinks. While your battery overcharge is active, defeating a hostile or downing a runner with a volt weapon instantly restores a portion of the weapon's charge. Cool. So an auto reload of sorts. No good deed. When you receive a burst of healing when your med drone attaches to a crew member. That's good. Samaritan. Sharing a consumable with your shareware.exe reduces the cooldown of your next med drone. Cool. So basically, when you have a medical drone on a teammate and then you use like a healing item to give it to them as well, it reduces the cooldown of your next medical drone. Cool. I think my one concern, or one of the concerns I have, is like, these cores, like, are these the only cores available in the game so far? Or is there more that we don't know of? You know what I mean? Because I think if they really want to expand on runner expression and, like, customization, they should really add more cores than what's available. Either through post-launch content or, you know, whatever, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. Lots of stuff to look forward to. I think... Oh. Shit. You know what's supposed to launch tomorrow? Fucking... What's the damn game called? Arknight's Enfield. It's supposed to come out tomorrow, no? And same thing with, well, actually, I don't know. What time is the Marvel Rivals thing? What time is that update? Is that tonight? I don't know. Because I was gonna end stream here, and then I don't know. There's a lot of stuff happening, like today and tomorrow. But I don't know if I'll come back to stream later tonight. Oh no, it comes out on the 22nd. I thought Arknights Enfield was the 16th. Oh, never mind. It's the 22nd. Okay, whatever. Never mind. But Marvel Rivals, when is that? Isn't that not dropping? Marvel Rivals, was it season 6? It's the 16th at 9 AM UTC. But what time is that in PT? Oh, it's at fucking 3 AM? Bruh. Okay, then never mind. Yeah, I'm ending stream. And I'm not streaming later. Maybe, I don't know if I want to stream. I mean, obviously I would like to check out Deadpool tomorrow, but I don't know if I want to do it immediately or like later. We'll see how I feel. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But that's pretty much it for me. I wasn't intending to stream very long. Again, I only wanted to go over the RE9 showcase, the marathon video, and the new 2XKO news, and that was pretty much it. So I'm gonna eat because I have not eaten yet, and I'm hungry. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you to anybody that lurked, chatted, whatever. I may or may not come back tomorrow. If not, then my ass is probably gonna see you guys on the 20th. I might stream on the 19th when they drop the patch notes for 2XKO, but no guarantees.